Hi, I'm Sid Dobrin. In this video, we'll look at the Radical Revision project that asks students to revise Adam Zygus's 2013 We Can Do It political cartoon for a visually impaired audience. Now, I'll admit, this is a challenging assignment, and to be honest, it's not really an assignment specifically about writing to respond. Rather, it's an assignment about revising someone else's response for a different audience. But I do think that this is an important assignment. You see, writing situations pays a lot of attention to visual communication and visual rhetoric, given the importance of both in contemporary communication. But to make such an emphasis, I want to be sure that those of us who teach writing and our students who are learning more about writing never forget that to say that visual communication is important is also to say that a substantial part of our population is not privy to participating in that communication. In my work addressing visual rhetoric, I want to be sure we always acknowledge the implicit presence of visually impaired people in our conversations. This assignment challenges students with that acknowledgement. Part of the challenge of the assignment is its ambiguity. The assignment does not clarify what type of visual impairment the audience in the prompt has, whether color blindness or complete blindness, for example. Nor does it identify if the audience was once able to see, suggesting the possibility of using visual memories as part of the rhetorical strategy, or if the audience was born without sight, thus not having the visual experience on which to ground the revision. Also, the assignment seems to imply that I designed the assignment specifically for sighted students, but many of you teaching from writing situations are likely to have visually impaired students. Thus, for many of you teaching this chapter, you'll have to respond to the assignment just to be able to assign it to a population of your students. And I should acknowledge that there's a very good chance that some of you assigning this prompt to your students are likely to be visually impaired yourselves, in which case the assignment presents an entirely different set of challenges that I'm honestly not in the position to account for. Of course, I'd love to hear from you about your experiences with this assignment, as I'm genuinely interested in how we all negotiate the growing importance of visual communication. Feel free to email me at writing_situations@yahoo.com if you'd like to share your experiences, or share them in the comment features following this video. With all of this in mind, though, the assignment asks for a less familiar form of revision, from the visual, written text and image, to perhaps a more auditory text. I have, of course, identified that the student should have the option of medium in which to produce their revisions. That being the case, I try to talk with students about how I'll assess the challenges of this assignment, often using a grading rubric like the one included with the instructor support materials for this chapter. I always emphasize the situational awareness criteria for this assignment, as well as the critical thinking criteria, because these, it seems to me, are central to the assignment's objectives. So that's just a little bit about why I've included this assignment in the book, and some things to be alert to when assigning it to your students. And let me reiterate, I am interested in your experiences with this assignment and any suggestions or comments you might have about it. So please feel free to email me or use the comment features to share your thoughts. Thanks for using Writing Situations, and thanks for watching.